Hello everyone, welcome to our kitchen. I'm your host, Amber. We love hosting and I want you to feel like you're pulled up on a chair, sitting in the kitchen with me right now. Maybe you want a protein hot chocolate, so good, that's what I'm sipping on right now. Or an infused water, perhaps you could go for a chai tea, but like what can I get you? Seriously. I'm glad that you're here. Today I'm going to be sharing my 90-minute food prep routine. In about 20 minutes, I'm going to obviously edit this so that it's streamlined and super easy for you to follow. I've been doing food prep for about 14 years now, and it's just a very refined muscle at this point. And I want to show you how easy it can be, the simple things that I make every week, things that I switch up, but that it doesn't have to be you in the kitchen for 6 hours on a Sunday making 80 million meals. It's really about basic stuff. So that's what I'm going to be showing you today. So I'm curious, what kind of beverage would you want if you were here right now and I was hosting you? Warm drink, the protein hot chocolate is amazing. 21 grams of protein in my drink right now. If you're curious about that protein powder, I'll tell you more about it later. Also, I'm going to drop all kinds of tips along the way to help with health, food prep, etc. So I'm curious, do you do food prep? Do you not? Are you trying to get into the habit? What are your struggles, your questions? Leave a comment below. Comments really help me understand what you need help with, why you're here, what you're loving, what you're not, as well as they help give us a little boost so more people on YouTube can see the videos. If you want to leave a comment, it doesn't just help you, it helps me and this show reach more people. So the first thing we're going to dive into today is protein. To me, if you're starting a food prep routine or you're wanting to streamline your routine, protein is the most important thing because you can't eat it raw. Or at least I would not suggest it. You have to cook your protein, and it's the thing that takes the longest to cook. And so if you're already in a blood sugar crash and you're hangry, the last thing you're going to want to do is sit and wait around for your chicken to cook or your beef or whatever that you're making. And it's just easier to go and snack and potentially have snacking turn into overeating or emotional eating. We don't want to do that. So I suggest starting with protein prep. This is the first thing that I always do, along with getting the waffles ready that I make for my hubby every week. I make him gluten and dairy-free waffles. He absolutely loves them. I think I've probably made a good 5,000 plus waffles for him in the last 4 or 5 years, but it's such a tried and true recipe. So if you want me to make it in a separate video, leave a comment below, but I will show a little bit of a time lapse of what it looks like. It's so easy to make, but I get the eggs beating first, and then I get the rest of my protein in the oven. So I'm going to just tell you what I'm making for protein today. I usually do 2 or 3 kinds of protein. Today I have, I guess, 4 different kinds, but I'm going to get eggs going right away. Hard-boiled eggs are just so easy. Such a great snack, rich in protein, about 7 grams per egg. And then I have chicken, local turkey, local chicken, roasted red pepper sausage, and another chicken. So I'm going to get all that ready right away. I don't do anything fancy. I don't do fancy marinades. I don't add a lot of things. I use my favorite spices, sea salt, pepper, oregano, basil, garlic powder, Cajun spices, depending on the vibe, maybe a squeeze of fresh lemon. Once herbs come back in season, I'll definitely add stuff like that. But for now, it's just simple. Keep it basic. You don't have to spend a lot of time on fancy marinades. It's just getting the protein cooked. You can sauce it up and add more things to it afterward. And I can show you some of the things I have in the fridge to just add more flavor and excitement while keeping the protein variety pretty similar. Okay, so I'm over by the mixer and I'm going to just get my 2 eggs in for the waffles. This is the first thing that I always do because it takes a couple of minutes for these to beat. So I'm going to get these going and we're going to speed things up a little bit as I get into just getting the protein in the oven and get these eggs beating. Protein, so important. So I'm going to put that in the oven, 375. So I put sea salt, garlic, oregano on everything. The egg yolks are fluff for the waffles, so I'm going to do that right away and get those going. But first, I'm going to get the eggs, the hard-boiled eggs going. So I usually boil 12 to 15. Great snack, like I was saying earlier. About 7 grams of protein in an egg. The thing about protein, fun fact, is protein takes 3 to 6 hours to digest, animal protein. So eggs, fish, beef, bison, chicken, turkey, elk, venison, whatever you like, 3 to 6 hours. That's why it regulates and balances your blood sugar so much and you feel satiated for longer. Paired with fats and good quality carbohydrates, your veggies, your fruits, grains if you're a grain person, etc. I don't really do grains. Hubby does a little bit. but we need protein, and most people are lacking in protein. I try to get over 100 grams a day. Women ideally want to get over 100 grams a day, which can feel daunting, but not if you have protein prepared. And I eat 2 to 3, sometimes 4 hard-boiled eggs a day. I have a serving of chicken or turkey a day. And I have a smoothie in the morning, and I use this amazing Paleo protein. It's a beef-based protein, and it's all natural ingredients, pure. Love this stuff. If you want to save 30% off of the Paleo protein, they have chocolate, plain, and vanilla. I will link below in the description for my Canadian subscribers. 30% off, use code AMBER88, all caps at checkout. There will be a link. I'm working on a link for USA, so stay tuned. I'll pop it in once I have it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my hard-boiled eggs in my pot and get those going. Again, great snack. You make egg salad, put sea salt on them, keep them simple, but having protein is key. Once they're boiling, I'll put them on for about 15 minutes. I'm gonna get all my veggie ready right away, but I'm gonna get the waffles going first. So I already have eggs boiling. I've got meat in the oven. This is only the first couple of minutes, right? I feel like it's just waiting for it to cook is what takes the longest. So come on over with me, and I'm gonna show you just a quick peek of what I put in the waffles. I just made a blooper, but I'll save it for later. Stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm gonna be doing a giveaway. It's gonna have something to do with food prep, but if you want the chance to win, which is an epic prize, I will talk more about it at the end of the video, so make sure you watch to the end. Okay, waffle mix is ready. Delicious. I am going to get this in and going, and then it's time to get into veggie prep. I'm gonna just do some batter in here. I usually do 2 scoops from here. It makes about 5 rounds of waffles. And I'll just let that go, and then we're gonna get into the veggies. It'll beep when it's ready. So here is the lineup for today's veggies. I'm gonna do roasted broccoli. I'm making romaine salad with veg. I'm gonna do red peppers and onions in some ground beef, make some roasted sweet potatoes. I shred beets. I'm gonna do a bunch of green beans, and of course, carrots. So I'm gonna steam carrots. I'm gonna get those going first. The steamer's already heating up. Then I'm gonna get the green beans ready. And then I am also going to throw the broccoli in the oven, get that roasting. And then that's like your first round of veggies just cooking while you prep the second half and get those ready to cook as well. Already got eggs. I've got waffles going. I've got meat in the oven. It's just simple stuff. Carrots need to go in and be washed right away. Okay, funny. What era does this look like this colander is from? Any guesses? This is from the 1970s. This was one of my parents' wedding gifts, 1972. My mom gave this to me when I moved out from high school to go to college. Just haven't been able to part with it. Every time I use it, it makes me think of her. And she's one of my guardian angels now. So I love you, Mama. And I'll probably have this forever. Let's wash these carrots and get them steaming. Do you guys have any good jokes? Okay, I'm going to tell you one. So hubby has all these like really funny, silly jokes. We have a sense of humor in our house. And he's been making all these jokes up, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to tell some of these in the YouTube videos. So maybe you have a similar sense of humor, maybe you don't. First joke, leave your guess down in the comments before I tell you what it is. What do you call it when the fair leaves town? Unfair. Isn't it just, I just think it's, maybe you're like, oh my gosh, that's so lame, but I like it. I'm going to get the broccoli roasting in the oven first. So I'm going to do that next. Just simple. I do sea salt, garlic powder, coconut oil, or goat butter. I'll show you that afterward. Goat butter is so good, easier to digest for some people than cow dairy. So this is it. It's so good. It tastes like butter. You can't tell it's not. I use it in baking, cooking, on steamed vegetables. Really nice. You should be able to find this or something similar around you. The health food stores, some of the grocery stores have it depending on where you live. Ooh, also fun fact, one of the other reasons why I love poultry so much is because turkey and chicken are high in tryptophan, which is an amino acid. This is really important. And that helps you make serotonin, which is one of your mood boosting, feel good hormones, neurotransmitters that your gut produces to give you steady, stable mood. So I love eating a lot of turkey and chicken for the tryptophan and that mood stabilizer. Side note, do any of you use your Christmas cups all year? Because They're just the best and they're the biggest and they just hold a lot of delicious warm drinks. Let me know in the comments. Hard-boiled eggs are done. Let me see if I can show you without any of them rolling out. Ta-da! Yes. I maybe made a few more than I usually do, but this will last probably until Friday, which is great. So hard-boiled eggs, like I said, make some egg salad, a little mayo, a little salt and pepper, have it with some cucumbers, some carrots, some crackers, sandwich, wrap. I like to have a couple hard-boiled eggs in the morning when I have my breakfast. I do this in a smoothie, 61 grams of protein in my breakfast. If you want me to make my breakfast smoothie and show you what 61 grams of protein looks like, I'm happy to do so. But I think that the more protein we get in our meals, the more satiated you're going to be. You're not going to crave anything. Your blood sugar is going to be happy, which means you're going to be happier. Next up, I'm going to just chop and prep the peppers and the onions and get that stuff ready for the ground beef that I'm going to make. 2 packages of local ground beef. We use a grocery delivery service called Spud, and in the summer we go to the market a lot from April to October and try to source as much local meat as we can. Luckily, I live in Alberta, which is like the beef, like best beef in the world. It's such good beef, and so there's so many local farmers, it's easy to source. And then we use something called True Local. It's a grocery delivery for meat. And you like put all your meat in a box and it's all sourced from local farmers in our province. And then it gets shipped right to your door in dry ice. Highly recommend it. Way better prices in the store, way better quality than the grocery store as well. So I'm going to get to some more chopping and get all that ready and get the beef going. And then I'm going to do the salad and the sweet potato. And then the last thing will be the protein chocolate cake. So I've got my onion and my pepper roast or cooking in the frying pan, and I'm gonna do beets. I shred beets every other week, or lately it's been weekly. I just love having shredded beets for salads. You could roast them or whatever you want to do with them, but I just like to chop main pieces off. I leave the skin on, wash them, and I'm gonna go and shred them and show you what it looks like. Beets shredded took literally like 2 seconds. So good for the liver. Great liver food, guys. I totally meant to film all that and I forgot to hit record. So you don't get to see my epic cleanup, but I'm just gonna give the beef a stir, put the protein in a container, check the green beans, and then we're gonna get on to getting the sweet potato in the oven, the salad, and then the protein cake. We're almost done. Now I'm gonna do sweet potatoes. Okay, actually, did you guys know this? Yam is the orange, sweet potato is actually white, but the orange often in a like menu in a restaurant is the sweet potato fries or whatever. So orange is actually the yam, white is the sweet potato. The orange Yam Fun Fact is rich in progesterone, which is great for female hormone health, especially if you're dealing with low progesterone. Eat a lot of good yams. Okay, so the beef is almost cooked. We've got the sweet potato in the oven. I'm going to do the salad. I have a glass bowl. I like to use glass free of all the plastics and microplastics and PFAs and all the junk that is in plastic containers. So if you're doing salad, I highly recommend a glass bowl. Just be careful with it, of course. Lettuce, I've got romaine this week. Did you know romaine lettuce is rich in chromium, which is good for blood sugar? Fun fact. I love romaine lettuce. Funny, I got all excited and used all of the carrots and steamed them. So what I do in that aspect is I'll just put steamed carrots on my salad. I don't mind the soft. I'll put beets on my salad. I also got overexcited and didn't save one of the bell peppers for the salad. So I'm going to do lettuce and cucumber, and then I'll add beets, carrots, chicken, avocado, nuts, seeds, mayo, goat cheese. Like, I beef my salads up. So it's going to look just pretty green today, but add to your salad whatever you like. You could put broccoli, cauliflower, beets, peppers, roasted vegetables of any kind, mushrooms. And then I always like to have some soft goat cheese in the fridge, some goat feta, balsamic olive oil. Love salads so much. So that is what the salad's going to look like. I'll show you the finished product right away. And then the last thing is the protein cake. And don't forget to keep watching to the very end so that I can share with you the giveaway that I'm doing exclusive to you guys here on YouTube that are subscribed. So don't forget to subscribe. And if you're still with me, I'm so grateful that you're here. And thank you for tuning in. Let's get this salad done. Okay, you guys, we're almost done. We just have the protein cake left. This is a favorite of my husband's. So this chocolate protein cake has 11 grams of protein per piece. And he has it in the morning when he gets up before he goes to the gym, or just as something to give him a protein boost first thing. He's not like egg fan right away, but he'll have eggs with breakfast. But this is just a great start. So it has things like a cup and a half of the beef protein powder I was just showing you, 7 eggs, 2/3 of a cup of almond butter. So there's lots of fat and protein in this, very little flour. I just use like a half a cup of the gluten-free flour. You could do all protein powder though if you wanted to. Very whole foods. It's very filling and very satiating. And of course, delicious. It's like a brownie. It has that like soft, chewy texture. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a quick showing of putting everything together, mixing it, getting it in the oven. But if you want me to do a full demo on the protein cake, the chocolate protein cake recipe. This is like a breakfast, a snack. It's so good. We even iced it with chocolate icing one day and served it as dessert, and everybody loved it. Leave a comment below if you want me to make the chocolate protein cake as a whole separate video, and if you want the recipe, and I will be sure to make it in an upcoming video and share it all with you. It's so good, tried and tested. Also, I use natural sweetener. The protein powder has stevia, and I use monk fruit. So it's very low glycemic, would be fine for a diabetic or anyone with blood sugar issues. Or if you're trying to reduce your processed sugar intake, we don't eat refined sugar, rarely. We don't keep any in the house. I use all natural sweeteners. So if you also want me to do a pantry tour, a fridge tour, showing you all the ingredients that I use for alternatives, let me know. I just think it's very important that we're aware of what we're putting in our bodies. And obviously I am in health and well-being, holistic health and well-being. And as an emotional eating, digestive and hormone expert, I want to embody what I teach, but also want to have all kinds of great ingredient alternatives for my clients. So let's go ahead and get that protein cake ready. Okay, our sweet potatoes are baked. I was just waiting for that to be done. That's really the thing that takes the longest, is waiting for stuff to be baked. And I'm going to put the chocolate cake in the oven. Okay, you guys, the protein cake is done. I want to show you what it looks like. It's so good. It's still so nice and warm. Oh my gosh, look at that. So delicious. I'm going to have some for a little snack later. I just had lunch. Protein cake, delicious. I just slice it up, put half of it in freezer. Because it lasts for 2 weeks. I don't make this every week, it's every other week. And then leave the other half out, and it gets eaten up really fast. So if you want me to share the recipe, and do a full demo on this, comment below and let me know, and it might be a future video. Okay, my friends, we did it. Thank you so much for sticking with me. We got the food prep done. So good. I'm so grateful that you came to see what I make in the weekend for food for the week. Like I said, saves me 8 hours through the week. I don't have to cook lunch or dinner Monday through Thursday, or tonight, even Sunday. So here's the giveaway that I want to share with you. So for the next 2 weeks, I am giving away 10 spots to my Food Prep Magic 3-part food prep programs. You get multiple 90-minute food prep videos where I demo all kinds of recipes, give alternatives for ingredients and product recommendations. You're going to get the recipes, the grocery list, my cookbook ebook with over 75 gluten-free and dairy-free recipes. If you are not gluten or dairy or refined sugar-free, that's fine. You can use whatever you want. I just find a lot of people in my practice have some kind of sensitivities or allergies or trying to reduce their refined food intake. How do you enter? Be sure to leave a comment below. Share what was your favorite thing that I made? What do you want to see me make in the future? Do you use your Christmas cup all year? Make sure you're subscribed. That is how you enter. I will announce the 10 winners in 2 weeks and get you a link to access this program for free. We have Food Prep Magic Holidays, which is my holiday version, all kinds of holiday recipes and things like that, sweet and savory. And then the third version of Food Prep Magic is gut and anti-inflammatory. So you're going to get all of this for free. It's usually a 44 USD program. So leave a comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you've made it to the end of the video with me, I am forever grateful that you stayed along with me, and I hope you learned a lot for your food prep routine. And I can't wait to see you again soon in the kitchen or for another video. Sending you lots of love. Take care of yourself and have a great day.